That they weren't gonna add anything new. That's cool.
I think they said that they weren't planning to do any DLC or anything. I don't know if they said there was going to be no content. I might be wrong though.
Like ever? Or
I know that they said they were not planning to do any DLC.
okay, and just have it be like updates or something, or
yeah, I remember free updates, but not like paid DLC stuff.
Which is basically, it wasn't from a stance of like we're just letting this game kind of die or anything. It was more just like we aren't trying to do the EA thing of like
paid DLC immediately and like
yeah, exactly. Like you paid for the game, you get the game. Basically, was the stance they were kind of coming from.
You know what? Like, EA deserves quite a bit of the shit that gets bagged onto them, but I have to credit where it's due. I also enjoy seeing them, try and crawl out of that bad will.
It's not EA that's doing it, though. It's the specific devs that are under their umbrella.
I mean, that's fine, too. Like, if EA could squash that if they wanted and went and could go, no, you're doing it our way, the shitty EA way, and they just haven't, like, I'll take that.
I mean, I'll take it, but I won't give them any credit for it, because it's really, all it is a matter of optics. And they know that.
I guess so, but I don't really care. Like, I do care in the sense that I would like them to just be good, but I'll still give them the credit of, like, if you, like, you have shown that you could just be shitbags. You've done that before. You've absolutely done that and apparently been fine with it. So the fact that you're not, that's something to me.
It means to me that they're not being shitbags in that moment. That doesn't, I don't know, I'm not going to give
Continue
them
to
credit.
not be shitbags, though.
Yeah.
Continue to not be shitbags, and at what point do you go like, oh, it's just optics, to like, oh, they haven't been shitbags the past 10 times. Cool.
I mean, yeah, that has to be earned, though. And even,
right, that's
like,
what I'm saying. I'm enjoying seeing them actually, like, there has to be a first step, right? So if the first step is just them not being shitbags for optics and letting a company do a Star Wars game that isn't complete dog shit, great. Keep taking steps, you know what I mean? I welcome them doing that.
As do I, but I'm going to look at them with the same scrutiny that I've always looked at them with.
I mean, I think at the end of the day,
which is why
it's
I'm
good to
not
have
sitting
scrutiny.
here going, EA's awesome. Please don't.
It's good to have scrutiny whenever with a game company. Like, as much as I like companies like Arcane or CD Projekt Red is possibly a better example given everything that's been going on, I enjoy their games. I'm still going to look at them with a hell of a lot of scrutiny when they cock up, because they're a company at the end of the day. They're not my buddy or anything, so I don't need to give them the same kind of leniency that I'd give a friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. They give a lot of leniency to like things that make products that they like, and I don't get that.
Yeah,
I kind of do. Like, I get it to an extent. Like you said, yeah, you should be, scrutinizing companies based on their decisions. On the other hand, I think goodwill is a thing. You know what I mean? And it doesn't completely negate something. Like, if a company, like, I'm thinking like Supergiant or something like that, right? Like Transistor, Bastion, et cetera, right? If they just came out and they were like, we abuse the hell out of our employees and like there's a bunch of like sexual assault allegations, you wouldn't be like, aw, but like Transistor though, you know what I mean? Like the goodwill wouldn't really do anything in that instance.
Except for some reason, some people, and I would assume mostly youthful people on the internet, like people who are 13 but aren't obviously that on Twitter and whatever, do behave like that, and I really don't get it.
Yeah, people like that do exist. I've seen it.
It's true, but I guess like I would think mostly by and large, they don't
even get
seem
people
to.
apologizing for like crunch culture and shit.
Which I think I've said before. I think crunch culture is shitty, but it's also, I think, oversimplified, because what is not talked about quite a lot is that, and this is not a good thing because companies absolutely abuse this, but a lot of employees think that they like crunch. They think that they like working really hard on the game. It's like, well, you shouldn't have to, though. You shouldn't have to do that. But it is like, if people want the extra money and stuff, I also understand that games companies are like, we can't just flip around immediately and get rid of crunch entirely. There has to be some sort of weird balance until it stops being the norm.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, Shae. What were you saying?
No, I was just being an old man yelling at a cloud. Well, no, it was just like,
You're
I
not
was trying
even
to make the
the
point of
Omega.
like, you know, there are like, I hate when I like I feel like the guy who says some of these things and it's like, you're dumb, Shae, but it's like when I say these things, I hate that I have to like explain that there's the caveat of like, of course there are some people who are like, even if there were terrible sexual assault allegations on Supergiant, like, I'm a fan, and so it's fine. Like, yes, there are those people. But I feel like, by and large, those are the kind of things that get companies canceled, right? Like, I believe in the inherent goodness of the majority of people to be like, that's fucking despicable, and then that company's good name goes away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think you guys think.
Snake is
just
forever
evidence
my
to the
foil.
contrary.
He's always like, but they don't, though.
They don't, though. Like, there's evidence to the contrary. Look at Ubisoft. Look at all the things that came out recently about them, and they're still going
They
strong.
just get away with everything because they have like mountains of fucking fetch play money.
Yeah, like people will stop supporting them in that moment, and there will be outrage, but it will fade. And there's no real way to tell whether or not something has changed within that company, so people just sort of forget.
Do you think like
Or-
a company like Epic could even be canceled with like the actual like
No.
Mount Everest of cash?
And see, now we get into this complex, like, discussion of, you know, when is that threshold hit such that your goodwill doesn't really matter, good or bad, and all this shit, right?
Well, I think the other thing to bear in mind is, and I'm not trying to be just argumentative for the sake of being argumentative, but Shae used the example of Supergiant, and I think that's a valid one because that has a lot of goodwill. But also, Supergiant is a smaller team. They're not small by any means, but they're not the same size in any way, shape, or form as EA or Ubisoft. And you get to this point where you're like, okay, if a company's got shitty practices, vote with your wallet is the phrase I see a lot on the internet.
Sure,
And
yeah.
absolutely, but if you vote with your wallet with EA or Ubisoft, it's not going to make a difference
And I
unless
think that's-
everyone votes with their wallet. And so, do you even bother? Like, if you want to play the game, just get it on sale, I guess, or something.
Okay,
You're still going to
so-
buy it eventually.
So that's the whole what I was saying, like, right, about the line, right? Because now it's a complex discussion about like axes of, you know, okay, because I thought mine was a good example with Supergiant because it was something that absolutely would be affected, right? Like, it is
Yeah,
a
I think
smaller company that has a lot of
people would
goodwill.
absolutely
And if
be
they
able
did
to
a
vote with their
horribly
wallet
evil
with
thing,
Supergiant.
I feel like people would be like, can we just cancel Supergiant? Fuck those guys, you know? And you could. Whereas you're absolutely right. With a company like EA, there has been debacles where it's like, okay, this is really shitty. And there has been people who are like, and I, like, this is the, I don't know, the maybe naive optimist in me who says, like, there has to be some people not buying shit or not doing shit, and it has to hurt them in some way. And even though they're probably too big to fail, and yes, my one individual, I'm not going to buy your game, EA, that's not going to topple their company, but like, I'd like to think enough of people like that exist that it hurts them somewhat. Or at some point, a company like even Snake's point where he's like, well, that's just optics. Like, good though. Good that it's just optics. Do good things then because of optics. Whether you do it because it's the right thing to do, or you do it because you feel pressured by optics to make a decision that aligns with the good, you're still doing a thing that aligns with the good. So, okay, you know, you're a big ooga booga behind your shitty optics mask, but like, I would rather that than a company just blatantly being like, well, we're too big to fail and you're gonna buy our shit anyway, so fuck you up the dick and we'll do whatever we want.
But a lot
Yeah, I
of people
think-
do that.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
be clear. I
fuck
wasn't
those
saying,
companies!
Yeah, but like, I feel like we're at the point where only bad games fail. Only a bad game coming out can really do something to like a company, because you get the backlash against stuff like loot boxes in Battlefront, and that was a big backlash, and they changed that because they were getting a lot of flack for that. But the game was kind of middling too, so like, I don't know. I feel like if even if you're a bad company and you make a good game, that's almost like the padding, you know?
Right, it's like very few people genuinely seem to care about Cyberpunk's crunch, or The Last of Us's crunch, or
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption's crunch, because they're all considered phenomenal games, which, obviously Cyberpunk's not out yet, but I would agree with Red Dead and The Last of Us, but also fuck crunch.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, but they've got
I
that
don't
padding,
think I
'cause
could
it's like, I like this
speak-
game.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I don't think I could speak on anything crunch without doing like shitloads of research and having like a news-esque podcast on it.
As I say, I think it is a more complicated issue than people usually talk about it, and therefore I respect you kind of saying that, because it is at the end of the day, my bottom line is fuck crunch. Like, that is my bottom line. But yeah. I also understand that it is a more nuanced conversation than just abolish it entirely, because that's going to affect people's livelihood. That's going to affect people's own
bottom line, like with personal material.
Not just that, but I was also going to say, like, it's going to affect potentially one's own self-worth. And I know that that's weird to say, and it's a very kind of weird, complicated, messy thing, and it shouldn't affect your self-worth. But one of the biggest praises behind The Last of Us Part 2, mechanically, is its accessibility stuff. Mm-hmm. That was entirely done by one employee who did it during overtime. So technically not crunch, although there was crunch in that game, but he worked overtime to implement that. They didn't have time to schedule it in, so they were like, oh, we'll put it in after the game comes out. And he was like, no, I'm going to work overtime to put it in. So all of that credit goes to that one guy who chose to work overtime and therefore potentially overstress himself and overwork himself and all of that.
Yeah, but that's like, there's a difference between mandatory crunch and one taking it upon themselves to do that.
Sure, but there still has to be that level, because then what you get, and this is where I think the research conversation comes in, is I genuinely don't remember whether Naughty Dog does have mandatory overtime. I would imagine they probably do. But the biggest problem with companies like that is they also have this culture of working loads of overtime even before crunch, because yeah, exactly. And like, oh, if your buddy is doing it, then you should too, because if he's waiting for you to finish a certain job and he wants to do overtime for another 3 hours and you go, nah, I want to go home and see my kids, and
yeah, it's like a shame.
Fuck him. Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's a very
well, and you've also
got
a
very
the people,
complicated issue.
The people who want to work on these things typically are passionate about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not something where it's like, I don't know,
just about the money or whatever.
Well, or some horrible job where you're like, somebody has to do this. Somebody has to work with like dangerous lead splicing in order to, work on the city's outdated infrastructure so the people can have electricity, right? Where it's like, yeah, you might be able to find someone super passionate about that, but some of it's just like, this has to be done. Somebody has to do it. This guy's got the skills, right? Whereas, game stuff, it's like, it's a passion for a lot of people. That's why there are certain things where it's like, okay, you don't like these conditions at this video game company? Well, I got, 10,000 people at the door that I can hire instead of you who are coming out of college who really just want to be video game designers. Yeah. It's their dream, right?
And just need the job. They need that on the resume.
Yeah, so you have that where people are like, it's crunch, but it's also like, but also I love this product. Like it's mandatory crunch and that sucks. But they do want to work on it, and so of course the top of it, they can fan that, like I think you were saying, PB, that toxic positivity, right? Where they can be like, don't you want to keep working on this awesome thing that you're really passionate about? It's like, yes, but also
gotta prove it.
I don't know my kid's name.
What's more than that? Like Pyros pointed it out before I could say it. It's not just game companies that.
Oh yeah, it's a very bad job thing.
Yeah, like people in interviews can get asked questions about like, how much time would you be willing to spend doing overtime for this company? And if they answer incorrectly, they don't get the job.
And this is where I would need to do more of the research, and this is where I don't want to like put my own foot in my mouth. But like CD Projekt Red, for example, and their crunch and them getting, kicked in the dick for that and everything. Do they not do some profit share for their employees for the game? Yes?
I don't know.
I had thought there was an article about how CD Projekt Red does profit share for their employees for that, and it was one of their ways to to be like, yes, we have some crunch, and that's a thing, but here's another thing we do. It's profit share, right?
Yeah, someone in Snake's chat just said exactly the same thing, so I think you might be right, but I don't know.
And I mean, if that's the case, then it's like, it's like one of those, it's just weird to me to see certain like vigilantism or like just people being like, they get really, really angry about it, right? They're like, fuck CD Projekt Red and everything, right? And I'm like, but fuck all the other people too that like you're angry at this company specifically, and they're doing their 10% profit share, and like you yourself probably work a job where your boss doesn't profit share anything. They're just like, come in on Saturday, Jerry, or you're fired. We need to get this project out the door. We need to get these, this new marketing initiative off, and if not, fuck you, there's the door. It's like, man, why? I don't know.
And it comes back to the passion thing as well. And I think this is, again, where it's a complicated and muddy situation, is if I got a job in game development, I know the sort of person I am when it comes to game mastering a tabletop role-playing game. I work stupidly long hours to do just like the most minute things, like the things that are really not important for like making a map or whatever. Or, okay, an example, Ben ignored this. I worked about 4 or 5 hours this past week on doing a audio track for the final session that I'm going to be doing in the Star Wars campaign I'm playing with Ben. And I'm not doing that to get praise or anything, or saying that I did that so that people go like, oh, wow. It's just because I care about that being a really cool, like, the players being like, oh, that was really neat. And they don't need to know how long it took me. I care about putting that work in and it sounding cool. But then when I said Ben, I just realized that Jason's here. He's just been quiet this entire conversation. Sorry, Jason.
I got nothing to contribute. I don't really pay attention
Jason's like,
to
I
the companies.
hate everything.
Jason just wants good games. He doesn't care how they're made.
Exactly. Keep cracking that whip, slave.
No.
Sorry.
So I guess what I'm saying is, like, if I went into game development, I could totally see myself being the sort of person who would want to do that overtime or that crunch or whatever because I care about making the game as good as possible. I'm passionate about that sort of thing.
And sorry.
But where it becomes hazy is if you are a producer or you're the person hiring for that game company, do you then kind of maliciously, or maybe not maliciously, but like consciously seek those sort of people out because you know that you can take advantage of them? In which case, that's really shitty.
And I mean, and it ties into what Wu was saying. He just said holding someone's passion hostage to make them work more than what is healthy is super fucked up. Which, like, yes.
Absolutely. That is, well, I hesitate to say it's the norm, but it's very, very common, especially in the arts industries, because people know they can get away with it.
For sure. And sorry, I wanted to go back to one thing I had said, just because I wanted to be clear on it. Like, I don't want to come across to what I said about CD Projekt Red is like, I don't want to apologize for them, because at the end of the day, I'm on the like, it would be awesome if just this didn't exist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'd be awesome if people didn't take advantage of it. It'd be awesome if it didn't exist. And so I don't want to be like, oh man, a lot of other people have it worse, so it's fine that CD Projekt Red does that sort of thing. It's just, it gets into the whole complex issue of like, what do you do about it?
Yeah.
Like, how do you turn it around, and can you stop it instantly, right? So you see, like a company like that implement something like a profit share, and it's like, is that a good first step, or is it not? Or can you just instantly be like, no, fuck it, we're not gonna have crunch? Because then you get into that where someone said in your chat, CD Projekt Red was like, oh, but the thing about them is they said there wouldn't be, and then there was. So how do you be that company that goes, no, we just won't? And if the industry doesn't work like that, can you change an entire industry as one company?
Yeah, so that's the thing, is that there will be people who are. I'm assuming, again, I don't know, but I'm assuming CD Projekt Red has probably got stocks that you can buy. I would assume it's on the market, and so the shareholders probably get pissed off every single time they delay the game, and they probably have a little blip with their shares. Now, a game like Cyberpunk, it might be so popular that it's not going to affect them that badly, but every time they delay the game, that affects them. So if they don't announce the release date, then they're good, but you need to announce the release date at some point to build marketing. And so if you're not going to hit that deadline, then you're looking at an option of either screwing over your employees or screwing over your company, which again is not excusable. The employees should absolutely come first, but if in the long term the company's going to get screwed and those employees will lose their jobs, that's also shitty. It's a very complicated issue. And again, bottom line, I'm against crunch, but it's one of those things where it's like, I'm also against billionaires, but you can't just wipe billionaires from the planet, because then all of our industries will collapse. So you need to slowly start taxing them more and more.
And we lowly 5 streamers who are simply playing a space game cannot begin to solve these issues appropriately.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Don't lump me in with you.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd like to go back to something you said, Shae. Like, can one company change the entire industry? Is that even a necessary question? Like, should it be about changing the industry more than just changing things for that company?
Well, and I don't know, right? Because if what I was thinking of is certain businesses, right? And how things are run. And again, this is something that goes far beyond my head. Like, I don't run game companies, right? But it's like certain businesses, you know, can be like, oh, well, you know, our company isn't going to do things that way. And that might be really noble of them to say. And I'm not specifically talking about game industries right now, but they're like, oh, we're not going to do things like that. That's super noble of them to say. But then the rest of the industry just goes, all right, that's not how this industry works, and pushes them out of business. So that's what I was thinking about when I said that, right? Where it's like, and I don't know the answer. Maybe if a company's like, oh, well, we're just not going to have crunch. And it's like, all right. But then if that's what's to expected, even on the gamer side of things, sometimes, you know, companies are like, at first people are like, take the time you need, you know, it's fine. And then like a couple years go by, people are like, release the fucking game, and like death threats and stuff, right? It's like, don't do that. Because that's just de-incentivizing people to be all good. Like, I don't know the answer, but if a company says we're not going to have crunch, they don't have crunch, and then they financially go in the shitter for it because the rest of the industry chugs along doing the shitty crunch thing that they're doing, but it works for them.
But if you think about it like this, if you take it from like a thing that everyone can connect to, and I'm sure most people who are watching this can connect to gaming, but politics, right? Most politicians, I would assume, do not go into politics to become powerful and rich. I'm sure there are plenty, but I would hope the majority go in to actually change something and make something better. But along the way, you have to slowly start making, and this is, by the way, this is not based on any research. This is just me as a human hoping that most people are fundamentally good, which might not be right.
TV, I see myself in you. And I finally have someone else who says a thing like that, and I think, you stupid bastard. That must be how people see me when I say shit like that.
But if you go into politics, eventually, you know, assuming that you want to get to like the highest tier of politics, so I don't know, Supreme Court in America or whatever, you're going to have to start making incremental, what's the word? Not sacrifices, but no, not sacrifices. What's the word I'm looking for?
Compromise,
incremental
or like
compromises. Yeah, exactly. Because the system is set up in a certain way. I'm not from the US, no, Sleepless Watcher. I'm British, but that still applies. It's admirable to think that because our politics is also fucked. But you know, you will start making compromises, and then at some point, and I guess this is what probably does happen to most of those politicians, you become compromised. You stop being able to do the idealistic stuff that you wanted to do, because to get anything to work in the system, you have to play the game that's already there. So the only way to do it is to completely say, fuck the system, but then do you just get pushed out? Could a politician, and I really don't want to get political, so I'm not going to mention a certain person, but there is a certain person who did basically say, fuck the system. And as deplorable as that person is, and as deplorable as all their actions are, it did work for a time. They actually did get traction. So if someone wants to be better and not do all that shitty stuff, could they potentially do it the same way? Maybe. But
and bringing it back to the video game company stuff for what you were saying, Snake, like, you know, you mentioned at the beginning, like, EA allowed the company to do this or whatever, right? So it's like, so what do you do where, you know, that's what I was, if you're getting pushed to do it like that, or maybe you can succeed as indie, but then can you as a company be yourself and do your own thing, and like, will that change the industry?
Well, I'm not sure I understand.
Well, you were saying to me before, you were like, you know, is that a fair question? Because, you know, is it about changing, like, why not just change things for your own company, right? Like, and is that good enough for you is my question, right? Like, okay, so you say, I'm just going to focus on myself and not the industry. I'm a game dev company doing XYZ. I'm going to do it all nice and good. And they do that. And then they stop there. And, like, that's just them being a good company. And are you saying, like, is the point, would that everyone do that, and then everyone's got a good company, and then therefore the industry changes? Or, like, that's what I'm trying to get, right? Like, what do you... Sorry.
A company that did that, I don't see any change like that changing the industry. Like, it's not some, oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Colonel. Howdy to all of you. All 1,500 of you.
Oh, God, I hope they didn't come in wanting some Squadron.
We gotta shut up. We gotta shut the fuck up.
But, yeah, I don't see doing it for the sake of changing the industry, to me, misses the point. Because it's those small decisions that will eventually affect the larger scale, and more people have to make them individually. Like, you can't, I don't think unless it's someone like Valve or Epic or Apple or Microsoft or Sony that tries to force these changes by virtue of being so large. I don't see it happening that way.
Okay, but hey, that's my thing though. How does it miss the point if like?
No, I didn't say miss the point so much as it's not like it shouldn't be a goal. It's not relevant to the decision.
It's like, I guess at the end of the day, you shouldn't aim to
you should
live
do
your life
right.
as a
You
saint.
should do proper things as a company because it's the proper thing to do, not because you're trying to affect an industry.
Yeah, you should strive to just be a good person.
Right, and I get that, and I would love that. But if that were the case, and everyone was doing it, the industry would just be fine. So everyone's not doing that. Everyone's not being a good company. Everyone's not making the good decisions, and there are some, companies that are. But if by and large we're even having this discussion where we feel that the industry is, not super great all the time, then I guess my thing is, how do we do that? How do we start to change it? And it's
that comes from the
separate.
consumer.
Sorry, go ahead.
That comes from the consumers, like with the whole EA thing and the loot boxes, holding them accountable, and like the reason they're doing things the way they are now, specifically with Squadrons, is because of the whole Battlefront 2 thing. I feel like that you can draw a straight line between the two.
And you know what? Maybe I missed that before when I should have added something to it, because like you were saying like that's your whole, this leads into your thing where you were like, I'm going to hold them accountable, right? I'm still going to hold them accountable on future things that come out and its optics, and like I get that. And when I was saying like, oh, I'm glad to see EA starting to, take the first steps, and I'd like to see this continue. And what I should have said, other than just, I'm happy to see EA do it, I should have also included, and I'm super happy that you, the players and consumers, held their feet to the fire and will continue to do so.
And yeah, exactly. I guess this comes back to what Snake was saying earlier, where he's like, I'm not going to kind of give them the credit yet because they haven't earned it, is that you need to keep on holding these companies accountable and consistently and basically never stop. You can have goodwill, but always hold them accountable when they fuck up, because otherwise it will always allow them to slip back into the way that they were. And, the same thing happens with something like, on a less major scale, but if you look at something like Assassin's Creed, which was a yearly franchise, and people started to clearly say the quality is deteriorating. These games are getting worse and worse and worse. And then Unity happened, and it was a god-awful launch, and they were like, okay, we're going to stop doing it yearly. And whether the franchise is actually better or not for it, supposedly the new one is the best one yet, but I haven't played it. But, whether you like that franchise or not, that again is players saying, look, your games are getting worse, stop making them yearly. And they actually listened eventually. So hold the dev teams accountable.
Yeah,
but
I can agree with
don't send
that.
death threats or anything like that.
No, and that's really good. I'm glad we came to that, because I can agree with that. Like where, where I said, oh, it's nice to see EA and stuff. I can also see, what you were saying now, Snake. Where it wasn't just like, oh yeah, but like fuck EA still, right? It's like, yeah, but it was more than that. It was like, it's just always hold them accountable. And yeah, of course, like that's good. And maybe I wasn't coming across as well too, right? It wasn't like, it's fine now, look what they're doing with this game. Although I do appreciate that. It's still, no, that's good. I'm good with that.
Give them praise where praise is due, but also don't give them a free pass.
But also
and don't give anyone a free pass. Well, the thing is, it's kind of, it's positive reinforcement, right? If no one said well done to EA for Squadrons, then they would go, oh, fuck me, right? Why did I even bother? Sort of thing. So, like...
Well, and that's
feel
a
free
little
to
bit...
forgive.
Yeah, sorry.
But never forget.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at too, right? And I think we're not necessarily saying the same thing, but I think we're both seeing each other's points, where it's like, that was my whole thing, right? Where if you're like, you know, you get to Squadrons and then you're like, yeah, but still fuck EA. And you're like, well, then why? Then what incentive do they have to like that? They might as well. And especially if they're a big company like we discussed, right? If they know that no matter what they do, they can probably just bend you over anyway, then if you still go fuck EA, or like, you know, like, no, I'm not giving them any credit at all, then it's like, then what incentive do they have to not just bend you right over again?
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, like, we're 4 guys and then Jason, who just wants to play Squadrons right now and has been sitting here,
play some
like,
Squadrons,
rocking back and forth, who don't always communicate in the best way, but I think we can all, like, we're not trying to, like, one-up each other or anything like that, so we're not, I don't think anyone was, like, saying, fuck this guy and his stupid opinion. It's just, we don't always explain ourselves the best way.
Wow!
Snake's opinion. Fuck that guy.
Don't put your own opinion
Shae.
down like that, Snake.
Can't help it.
No, I often do this with Snake, even if it's just our Wednesday and it's just the two of us. Snake and I often, like, I won't call it butt heads, but often, like, he'll say something about my perspective or vice versa, and, like, I never really feel like I'm arguing with you, Snake, but it's always just like, it's things
a discussion.
yeah, it leads, and that's maybe why we have all these bloody podcasts, and I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you're like, oh god, another fucking power hour, but, like, we have
Snake
these
should
things.
just have a podcast, just like,
Well, we have these
you
things
guys
that
should have a podcast with guests. That's what you should do.
We often come to these, like, at the end of the discussion, I'll be like, I get you said, like, you know, I'll get your perspective on something. And I'm like, I would have never gone there myself, but I'm glad that you sort of, like, bring me there. It's good.
My favorite podcast at the moment is one called Play, Watch, Listen, and they have a catchphrase on it, which is called disagree, where they say, disagree with me, baby. In a really, like, obnoxious voice. It's like disagreeing with people and then having that conversation and trying to see things from other people's perspective. As long as you're doing it in a mutually respectful and friendly way, and it's not about one-upping each other, is always good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we?
What do you think, Jason? Are you ready to kill some guys?
I'm just taking my time fucking with the loadouts.
Let's play this shitty EA game.
Jason wishing for death desperately.
Lennox doing his taxes.
Jason, I made you the goop noodle, so go
I
ahead.
went through, like, an
and,
entire bottle of water. I'll be right back.
Oh, I get to control our fates. Okay.
Yeah, you could have brought us into a game while that discussion was happening.
Oh, I thought it'd be rude. Also, I just like listening to you.
That's not grieving.
I just like to watch you guys.
Absolutely.
I just like to be the barely lit cigarette in the corner of the room.
What do we want to do? Do we want to do a fleet battle, a dogfight, fight some AI to get the rust off?
How are you feeling, Maddie?
I know I'm pretty rusty. I know.
Yeah, we can do that then.
All right, then.
So my internet is not good right now, so that might
No.
be a slight issue.
No.
Bummer. The operation's over, so I got a shit ton of glory. What about you guys?
Oh, I haven't been paying attention to any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, what are we doing? Let's see if I can...
Something doesn't feel right.
What do you mean?
Are you saying
Would
you've got a
say
bad
that
feeling about
God
this?
damn it. Yep.
Why are you guys on the opposing team?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, what the
Oh.
fuck, Lennox? There's 4 of us in here.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Is this like the new, like, what's it called? Oh no.
Well, I guess we back out or we slaughter Lennox.
Or more likely, yeah, I was gonna say, or more likely, Lennox gets his 14 kills. Actually,
I'm
I
wondering,
kind of want to
is
do
it
this.
like eight either side? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Should we back out or do we go
No.
forward and see what happens?
I kind of want to do this. Can we try and take down Linux?
It's
All
not
right.
even. It's not even 4 aside. It's 4 on us and 5 on them. But Jason's with them for some reason.
Oh, cool.
This is weird. I kind of want to see what happens. Will we crash? Like the game, not the ships.
I mean, the ships will also probably crash.
Why do you have
How
on like some
strange.
weird padded like brigandine or something? What is that?
Because I'm a rebel, so I don't wear a uniform.
So at what point does a lack of uniformity become uniformity?
Shut up.
And can love truly blossom on a battlefield?
Bloom. It's Bloom.
He still hasn't even played those yet.
I've played 2 of them.
I don't think Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain count as 2 different.
I've
Okay,
played
I
the
see
first
Rebels
and
for
the
some
second
reason.
one. Eat my ass.
All right.
Oh,
okay,
okay,
Jason,
you are on our
Jason.
team.
Okay,
Cool. Who are we
Hey, what's
fighting then?
Vanguard 2 standing
The
by.
other 4.
Oh
Can I
god.
play this game?
Oh god. How do I play?
Oh, this is weird. I've never had a fleet battle here.
Ready to
Oh,
fight.
oh, it's a fleet battle. So what do we do?
Going well.
You want to destroy the enemies, and then you'll be given objectives to do, like blow up the capital ships and stuff.
Gem Blessage, right?
It's a gamble. Then again, what isn't? Freedom from the Empire is worth the risk.
Oh god. There's an enemy behind me.
Oh my god, so many
Nice!
misses.
I'm going after Corley.
Um,
Almost, almost. I got him, almost.
someone's
Nice.
Trying to ruin my life.
Kill assist. Luca Dresker.
Let's get some fire on that.
He's gonna die.
God, how do I?
I fired a missile. Got him.
Excellent.
Woohoo! I'm useful. Oh, we lost the Corvette apparently.
Gems on me.
Gem Blessage.
Yeah, I'm on him.
I got you, buddy. We're on him.
What?
I'm
Down.
just trying to remember the goddamn controls.
Yeah, I don't remember how to send missiles. I'm completely forgetting
Oh,
that.
oh, oh, oh! I got someone on my ass.
Mark 'em. Never mind.
Attack that.
Attack that.
Oh, the
Wait, is
AI.
this AI or?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, no, I'm much worse than I thought.
Me too.
Got an interceptor on me.
Oh God.
Under attack.
Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, I'm dead.
Excellent shot.
Missile incoming. Not good.
Oh God. I'm at 14 health. Oh my God.
All right, let's see what I can do about.
Whoever just fired a missile at Luca, I'm firing another missile. And down.
Shooting Vanguard 2.
Oh.
Not row.
Front row. I'm going against Bravo. Oh, someone took him out. Corley then.
Where's my countermeasure button? That'd be nice to know. Oh, I'm dead.
I think it's the middle one on the left, Snake, the thruster thing. Middle thumb button on the thruster, I think. What the hell am I gonna see that guy? Where is he? Oh.
Enemy's locked on.
Oh, someone on my ass. Oh, okay.
I guess I'll focus on taking down the capital ships.
Oh, that was my countermeasure button. I figured it out.
Ben's in trouble. Ben, get back to...
He's
never
super
mind.
dead.
I got wiped out.
That's your lucky day.
One of you guys give
Vanguard.
me cover. I'm going for Delta.
I don't even know where
stand
you
by.
are.
I'm waiting by the...
Oh, I see
For
you.
the Nebulon.
All right, yeah, I'm with you, buddy. I'm on your
Hang on, I
six.
got a lock on me.
If you want to
Okay, let's go for Delta.
mark who you were... how the hell do you know
Oh,
who was
Jesus.
locking you? Oh, shit.
I'll cover for Delta.
Wow.
I'm
Breaking
firing
away.
on Delta.
Whew, someone hit me hard.
Missile countered. Heading back onto Delta.
How you doing, PP?
Being a little bit bruised.
Oh, I'm also being bruised. I'm gonna leave. Oh no, I'm dead. Damn, Luca Dresker.
Oh, we're gonna have to switch to defense. I'm switching ships then.
That's a problem.
Help is on the way.
How do I? Nice, I acknowledged it.
Oh, damn it. You got it, Lily.
Their sights.
That wasn't a Jedi lady though, Lily.
Oh, why is Luca Dresker fucking spawn camping me? It's not even a player. Arr. I'm killing Luca Dresker. Are we
You will
losing?
try. Yes.
That's not good.
Your luck's about to change.
Going after Vax.
Same. Oh, I shot a missile out of the sky.
Did I just blow that up? Oh, come here, Luca Dresker, you
Fuck's
bastard.
sake.
Coming around for another pass.
Could someone... I don't know who keeps locking onto me, but it's really annoying.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Luca Jessica is, in fact, a
No,
son
no,
of a
with a missile.
Yeah, no, that's me.
All right, I'm firing one at Luca. I would like them to die. They're kind of an asshole who keeps killing everyone. Oh, God. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, God, what have I done?
Nothing good, I assure you.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get you,
Lily,
Luca!
we're trying to capture Harrison Dula to bring a Jedi to Thrawn. Hera is not a Jedi herself.
Oh, okay. Well, we're doing
All right.
better now.
Yeah, Raider down.
I'm gonna go after Marlon Brando.
Mark him.
I was gonna make that joke.
Let's get some fire on that.
On it.
Too slow.
Ah, heck.
Fire missile!
Fires the missiles.
Oh, they're going down. Wait.
Finish the mission. I'll finish the mission.
Nice, you did it. Next. Oh, well, you've already killed him.
All right.
That Luca Drexler, he's back. He's in a bomber.
Shit.
Who's Who's on my ass? Who's on my ass? Ah!
Oh my word.
Oh God! Oh, I'm dead. Hey, ass guy.
What the hell? Oh, thanks, man.
Got your back.
I'm going to switch ships.
Actually, shit. I'm gonna do that the next time I die too.
Okay, I'm gonna kill Delta now.
I'll come with
Please
you.
kill Delta. It's very lit. It's
I'll come with you, buddy.
Outlet.
like
13.
28%. Yeah.
No survivors.
Like, I literally won't get there by the time you do it. Oh, maybe I will.
3%. It's about to die.
Excellent work. Take down the cruisers and we can advance on the Star Destroyer.
Yep, they fired them.
Got it.
Hell
down.
yeah!
You're being followed. The Empire just lost a cruiser.
Fucking Luca. He's killed me so many times. It's
Oh no, Shae.
Down my ship.
Uh-oh, that was bad.
Vax is shooting at Shae.
Yep.
Oh, my ship's not doing so hot. Kamikaze! Oh my
that's-
god!
Oh, you actually did.
You actually did it. I cannot believe.
What a champion.
Oh, that's gonna be a clip. It won't let me respawn though. It just says killed by pilot error and I can't do anything. I guess we're out of lives?
Not sure that's a thing on this mode, is it?
It's
I'm
not.
entirely sure.
Well, then I errored out
I'm
so
down.
hard by destroying that capital ship that I just can't. It won't let me respawn. I have nothing that says press B to respawn or anything.
Yeah, I can
I'll
redeploy. Can you
I'll
switch
just wait.
ships?
No, I can't switch ships. I can't do anything other than, like, I can't even spectate you guys.
Oh no.
Good luck.
It says you're still in the game.
Yeah, like, I can see down into the clouds of what I destroyed, and it says plus 15 on my screen, but nothing else.
Boy, do I need to get out of here. Got to break up. Wow, thing is super dead. Should be. How you doing, Lennox?
Following my guy.
Don't do that. How we doing?
Great.
Speak for yourself.
Boy, do I need a resupply.
Time to go on the offensive.
Oh,
Please?
geez, I just spawned just so much shrapnel.
Taking out a lot of Titan Squadron ships. Don't stop now.
Vanguard 3, you got a whole swarm coming after you.
Big follow the guy says moves before I die.
Try clicking on your cruiser. Where? Oh.
All right, do we have a target for,
Nah, it doesn't
oh,
look like it.
Jesus. Well, I'm
Turn
trying
to
to
the fog if you're surrounded.
I'm dead. What's going on? Thank you for doing the thing for 4 months now.
Vanguard 4, you're all alone out there.
How do I... So, wait, 7. I wasn't 7.
Perfect destroyed. Blasted. Pull back. They're coming for our fleet.
We're not doing too well.
Just watching my kill cam, and there was about 1 million green lasers around me at the end.
Yeah, I'm watching it top down, and there was all 5 of them swarming you angrily.
Hmm. I tried to get out when you said it, but I did not do well.
I might need assistance.
Who's on you?
How is it possible that PB has done 0 capital ship damage? Like, not even a stray laser has hit the capital ship.
That's weird because I was just shooting one of the turrets on the Star Destroyer as well.
Huh.
But okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe I
Bugged,
just
guess.
suck real bad. But
Well, no, because everybody else, like even the AI, have capital ship damage. So I'm like, that's got to be a visual bug.
That's a problem.
Well, you got a bit. Oh, it's dead now.
Raider destroyed.
Could they finish it here?
Our ship looks like a hamburger that's been on the grill too long.
Oh, they just fuck me up every time I get close.
Oh, that sucked. Yep.
Titan 1 is on our ship.
Well,
Someone needs to take out Titan 1.
which one is Titan 1?
The one that's on our little, what is it, the hammerhead?
Markham?
I can't. I'm dead. All I can do is look at the top down, unfortunately.
he's Admiral Akbar for us.
Yeah, the Star Destroyer, the big enemy ship that you're fighting, our medium-sized ship is getting assaulted by a couple
Hey, don't
of
worry
guys.
about that. Just focus on the modules.
Oh, our medium guy doesn't help us take out the Star Destroyer? I thought keeping him alive was a good thing.
He's just mostly there for fodder. Just focus on the modules.
Okay.
Jesus.
Squadrons taking heavy losses.
No, SK, I should actually be spawned in right now. This is just a bug, because I find every bug in every video game. By force.
Good news, apparently have 167 capital ship damage now.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Look, I'm a dogfighter, alright.
I guess I'm learning a bit more of the game by spectating like this. Like, what do power systems do for Star Destroyers?
Makes them easier to destroy their modules.
Like targeting and shield generators and stuff?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Our guy has no shields left. Both left and right are dead.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
Shame.
All pilots retreat. The Empire is
That was fucking rough,
To
honestly.
be fair, you were 4 versus 5, really. My thing still says killed by pilot error at the bottom. It won't go away.
Fuck
Your
you,
sacrifice
Lucas.
was in vain.
That was cool as hell, though.
Well, at least it got me halfway to the next rank.
Yeah, could I please play now? Could I... It's just a big old plus 15 in the center of my screen. Like, stop.
I will be back. I need to go eat. Feel free to do a mission without me.
Let's run a dogfight in that case.
Okay. We'll have to drop Ben.
I think you can kick them out, I'm not sure.
Sure can. My favorite thing.
Okay. Okay, I claim that reward. Cool.
Still showing them as in for me.
Never mind, it won't give me the option to get rid of him.
Wow. Guess we can
Why are we-
report him and maybe that'll kick him out.
Did it just drop us
Very
in the
much.
game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
did.
did.
God damn it.
So...
Oh, it's against AI, so we can just quit out of it.
Yeah.
So we did.
Oh, like right away. Okay, how do I...
Yeah. But escape, go to
Main
options.
menu.
Menu? Okay. Oh, you can... Apparently you could have fixed the bug I had by leaving and rejoining.
Hmm.
But I didn't know that. I thought leaving would, like, be bad. Or not, you know, not let me
I'm gonna
back in.
remake the group.
Yeah.
Got it.
How do I leave this group then?
G.
That didn't work.
Press the seltzer button, tab, then try G.
You know when you definitely don't hear something correctly and then you just for the life of you can't work out what was actually said?
Yeah, he said press the seltzer button, right?
For me, it
social
was
button.
seltzer button. I was
Oh.
like the drink?
Press the social button. Okay, and then try G.
Didn't work for me, but I just accepted the invite, and that did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me... Where's the invite? I didn't get one. Oh, fine. Fuck you guys.
Also, for future reference, you can go to like yourself on the group, and if you like go into your details, you can like leave game that way or leave group that
Oh,
way.
okay. I wish I had a seltzer button. I don't think I really like seltzer.
That's like carbonated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Bad as a mixer.
Just like carbonated water is, or sparkling water is the bane of my existence.
Oh,
I've just I don't like it, and then way too many times have I bought a bottle of water, opened it, taken a sip to discover I've just purchased sparkling water, and I therefore have decided it's my mortal enemy.
I see.
They should
You
make
know what
it
else is
crystal
your mortal
clear.
enemy? Reading,
What?
apparently.
No, it's like, all right, listen. They should have
Just
like
the
a
shit.
coding system where like sparkling water's got like a big red cap on it to tell you that it's bad and you shouldn't drink it.
Oh,
Okay.
Does it not do the hissy thing? Yeah, but like, you know, if you're in a loud like auditorium at uni, or you're just not paying attention.
or in prison.
Do they serve sparkling water
I was
in
gonna
prison?
say, yes, those lush American prisons with sparkling water.
No, it's not lush. That's just like a cruel and unusual punishment to serve sparkling water in
yes, right.
prison.
In PV's world.
Well, also, Lily, when you're a
Oh,
poor
yeah, we're doing
student
dogfight.
and you purchased a bottle of sparkling water for like £1.20, you're gonna drink it. You're not gonna like it, but you're like, well, I have purchased liquid fluid to consume, and I do not have £1.20 to waste. Therefore, it must be consumed.
I remember at was it TwitchCon? I think it was TwitchCon, 2019. Zeppelin asked me to bring her a bottle of water of some kind because she was in line. I think we were in line or getting in line for the convention, like to get in. She'd gone early. I had got up a little later, and she was going to save me a spot, but she asked me to bring her some bottled water because we were going to be in line for a while. So I went to a bunch of places. One of the last places I went to gave me bottled water, but glass and no twist top. Cracked it open and handed it to me.
Oh.
Hmm.
It's
Also-
like, all right, now I have to carry this for blocks.
Yeah. Also, that was like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's genuinely weird to think about like going to a convention now,
Yeah.
and I so want to. Like, I was gonna go to there's a convention in the UK called the UK Games Expo, which is just purely for board games and tabletop games. I've been to it once, and I was like, I'm gonna go this year. I finally got enough money to like actually take time off and go and do that, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to TwitchCon. I was gonna go this year. Like, I was like, oh, this will be the one that because Snake and I have done PAX a couple of times together, and I was like, all right, that's good, you know. But I want to experience TwitchCon at least once, even just for the people, right?
This is Vanguard.
That'd be the best part. And it's just like, no, you won't.
Squadron.
Well, now I might actually be able to go to it next year, assuming that the virus has gone away, which it probably won't have by that time next year. But
I'm with you.
if it
Shay.
Yeah, we'll
has,
see.
it'd be
Oh,
alright.
Lennox has a lot on him. I'm
Yeah.
no longer with you.
There's an asshole just, oh my god, okay. I died. There are people doing that tactic or whatever where they just sit there and, oh, 4 of them are part of a big group of 100 and whatever. I don't think this one's gonna be,
I'm
Let's
back.
do this right.
Welcome back.
holy shit, did you inhale it?
No, just, it was a meal I thought we were going to be eating together with.
Gotcha.
I think a lot of the newbie guys on our last dogfight too.
Yeah. I'm trying, Snake,
You do
but
me a favor. Yeah.
I don't think this guy just seems to. Oh, he's turning around.
Oh, I'm glad I died there because I got to briefly see myself at the top of the leaderboard for the first and only time.
I'm in the
He can
sight.
do things that I can't do.
Maybe next time.
I keep getting missile locked.
My ship's
This is rough. They have a level 17 on their team.
Yeah, I got incoming and I locked it. Like, I got rid of the missile only for another missile to lock, only for a third missile to lock when the second one hit me. Like,
I'm not going in. I'm going to wait.
I
Yeah.
really fucking hate that like rapid fire thing that the TIEs have, or some of them have, the interceptors.
I'm just not like
I like
Oh,
it.
good.
matchmaking.
You're lucky.
I know
not
it's
to
like
change.
takes skill to use it, but it's just
Going
like
for that guy is
there's
weak.
nothing you can really do to counteract it other than not be in the field of view. Go you back, Lennox.
Oh, that's bad.
User in your channel timed out.
Who'd we lose?
Don't know.
Not me.
Ben.
Give me a sec, folks. Let me see if I can do a thing.
I've literally been killed by the same guy 3 times. It's really starting to piss me off.
Uh-huh.
We're taking out half their ships. It's not over yet.
This man is going to try and kill me. Oh, hell yeah, Lennox. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Okay.
we traded. Damn, I still don't think that's working. Shit. I'm using the new NVENC for my encoder, Leo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's bad. I'm not gonna lose this guy.
I'm trying to hit him for you.
I'm down.
Damn.
But not well, Snatty Sama. Oh, he has 2 of them on him. I have 1 on me. I don't know. Shouldn't have used that yet.
It'll overload in a second while I,
Oh, that's death.
Lose this one. Give it your all.
Yeah, it's real hard to even figure out how to navigate all of them because they cover so much.
Mhm.
yeah.
I
They
just
all-
really
they
don't
all
know
go
how
as
to
a big
counteract.
team too.
I just really don't know how to counteract that rapid fire thing because it's literally like if they get behind you and you're in their line of sight, you're dead. Like
User entered your channel.
maybe it's just my ship, like being an X-wing rather than something bigger. But
We lost. Time to rethink our strategy.
also, welcome back, Ben.
Was Snakes a little choppy too? I'm trying to figure out how I keep getting some skipped frames. I mean, I'm new NVENC. I'm 720 P60. I'm 4500 for a bit rate.
Has mine been choppy? It's been. Haven't noticed anything on OBS side. F0 dropped.
Rock says Snakes was fine. It was fine. So I just keep getting overloaded. I don't know. I mean, I could turn down the settings, I guess, but it's OBS that's skipping.
All right, let me invite Ben again.
I really want the burst to work. I just
Thank you.
had such a hard time landing. What are your
Okay.
specs, Shae?
hardware specs.
Yeah.
I have an i9 9900K. I've got 16 gigs of memory. And I think I'm using a 2080. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm using a 2080.
How strange.
Yeah, and the encoder's over on the 2080 side. Like, I'm not encoding through my CPU, so...
The dogfight?
Yes.
That wasn't a flex. I was just saying what I had. I had forgotten.
I was like, either this is a man who doesn't care about his graphics card, which I doubt, or he has multiple graphics cards. Do you have multiple?
Well, because we built one for Annika just
Alright.
recently, right? So, and then I came from, I think, a 2070, and I was going to use that in Annika's, but then we got our own, blah, 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 blah. So, yes, several machines. But, like, yeah, so I want to get into another game, but I also want to make sure that, like, my frames aren't dog shit. If I turn down the graphics of the game, does that ease up what OBS has to render?
It eases up the strain on the card. So that's the issue. It might help.
Right. Because I'm getting skipped frames due to encoding lag. My frames missed are only 0.6%, but my skipped frames due to encoding lag is at 4.4%. Need to get a better understanding of that stuff. It's never really been a problem, but it is now.
Yeah, I don't really.
Good shit, Bristol. Apparently, earlier in the summer in Bristol, there was an ex-slavers statue. Well, not ex-slaver, dead slavers statue torn down. Apparently, it's been replaced with a Darth Vader statue overnight,
Right on.
Good fun.
which will inevitably get torn down by the city, but still good shit.
Okay, I found a forum that says to turn off psycho visual tuning and also turn it down from max. I don't know. There was a bunch of jargon.
Well, you have about 30 seconds.
Turn off psycho visual tuning and drop the quality from max quality. Both of these options use extra CUDA operations to help with the encoding process, meaning it's no longer guaranteed to use the NVENC silicone for straight throughput. Ah, yes. Let me just tune that right up. Hold on.
What are we dealing with, Linux?
14-6, and unless the other guys resolve their rank, they're level 1s. I don't believe that. Did we get just get kicked? What happened?
Yeah, we got kicked.
Let's see if that helps at all.
old?
Okay, then let's try again.
I understand some things, but not everything, folks. All right. I don't know what psycho-visual tuning is.
Are you saying
mean-
that you're not all powerful?
There was a little question mark that I could have hovered over, but I'm not gonna do that during the stream. Fuck it, I just turned it off for now. Hopefully that works.
Do you not have to restart the broadcast?
No, there are some settings that I can change. You can change bit rate, you can change the quality stuff. I don't think which encoder you can use, so I don't think you can flip over to CPU midstream, but you can change the quality that the encoder renders at, as well as the, whatever, that psycho visual, whatever the hell it was. But you cannot change the FPS, and you can't change what you output at. So, like, I couldn't go from 1080 to 720 without restarting the stream. which is why I'm trying these options first. Although there's really nowhere to downshift to. I guess I could go 720/30, but like.
No, you should be able to do 1080/60 with what you have.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Cause I've thought that, right? I'm like, my card should be able to do this. Like this isn't. I don't know where my bottleneck is. Maybe there's a method where I can pinpoint it somehow. We got kicked, and now the next match is going to take 10 years.
Yeah.
So what other like heavy conversations can we have about the industry?
Well, I started this YouTube channel, and YouTube. I was just gonna let that hang in the air and hope that like Snake took a shot at it or something.
I thought about it. But how has that been going?
Good. Next video comes out tomorrow, and it's a longer one. It's like 10 minutes. It's rules as misremembered. It's all of the rules that you're probably getting wrong when you play D&D 5th edition. And because, like, one, I don't play a ton of it. I'm just getting into it as you're doing all your stuff. And I know for sure that I'm doing that. Like, there have been certain things where I say a thing and people are like, Shae, that's not a thing anymore.
It wasn't magic missile a cantrip in 3.5?
No.
It was always first level?
It was always first
Okay.
level. But there are other things like skill rolls and saves. A 20 is not an automatic success, and a 1 is not an automatic failure. It's true in combat. In combat, a 1 is always a miss, and a 20 is always a hit, but not for skill rolls and saves. Yeah, like
Even if that is the case, I'm going to ignore that rule.
yeah, and I say that too, right? I'm like, a lot of this stuff people still use or they house rule it, and like, if it works, it works, right? Like, if you don't have a problem with it and it's working in your games, go for it. But like, I just thought it was interesting going over them, right? Like, flanking isn't really a thing in 5e. It's an optional rule that you can use because there's like a lot of people are used to previous editions, which was really miniature heavy.
Reset
looks
it,
like
Linux.
Yeah, we're still searching. 4 minutes elapsed.
Dexterity
Reset
doesn't.
it.
Yeah.
Or reset it?
Yeah, reset it.
Okay.
Dexterity doesn't break ties in terms of initiative. As written in 5e, the DM works out who goes first on the DM monster side, and players work out who goes first on their own side in the case of a tie.
Interesting.
And what got me started on this video, what like brought me the idea, I've been playing Solasta, which is a video game based on the 5e rule set, and I cast a spell as a bonus action with my cleric, and then I still had spell slots, and I was like, go! Cast a different thing!
No.
I still have an action!
No.
What the hell? And I was looking at my slots. I'm like, I have first level spell slots. Why will it only let me cast cantrips? And that's a thing that I was unaware of, but that I was doing wrong in 5e.
How is that game, by the way?
It's good. Yeah, it's fun. I've had a lot of fun with it. You can play up till level 6. It does end pretty abruptly. Like you go and do an area, and as you leave the area, it's like, that's it. The alpha's over. And you're like,
Right, so
oh,
it's not a
okay.
finished game.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it's a lot of fun. Like, what they have in there is really good.
With the Baldur's Gate 3 alpha, I don't actually know how that ends, because me and my buddies who are playing that, we literally got to what was definitely the last area, and then like one of us was just like, I'm gonna have to call it for the night. We'll pick up and like do the last, like, I don't know, half an hour later on in the week, and then we just never did, and now the saves have been reset.
Oh, great.
But it's fine. Like, we weren't obviously like playing it to actually experience the story. It was more to experience just like what that game is, which is a lot of fun. I think it's going to be. It's very buggy at the moment because it's an alpha, but I think it's going to be really, really good when it does come out.
Right.
Like, fully.
I love how we traded, because when you mentioned Baldur's Gate 3, I like Larian Studios, so I was like, oh, how's that one? That's the one I haven't played.
Yeah, no, that was it was my first time playing like a multiplayer video game based on D&D. Like, the last D&D game I played was, I guess, Neverwinter Nights 2, I would assume, unless you like count Dragon Age, which isn't really, but like is loosely inspired by. And like the last game I played, like Baldur's Gate, would be Icewind Dale 2. So like I've not been super exposed to that genre, but I just love how it captured the kind of wackiness that you get in something like D&D.
Yeah, and I was curious as to how, because in Larian's case, it's Baldur's Gate 3, right? Like they've attached that title to it. So I was curious how they were gonna take a crack at it as the studio, like how it was gonna shake out.
I must admit I've never actually played Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, although I have now purchased them because I'm happy to play them as older games. But like, as a kid, for whatever reason, I didn't have Baldur's Gate. I had Icewind Dale, which is like the cousin, I guess, to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly, but from like reading what people have been saying about it, it's like some people are upset because it's closer to Divinity than it is to Baldur's Gate, but then also Baldur's Gate 3 and Divinity are much more recent games of that genre, while Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are both ancient. So it's kind of to be expected that it would be not as, like, I guess what I'm saying is I understand why it would have more DNA in common with a more recent game than a much older game, but I don't know whether that's going to like be a deal breaker for most people, because most people seem to be like, yeah, it's pretty good, but there are definitely some people I've seen who are like, I don't like the fact that it's not like this game that's 20 years old. And it's like, okay.
See, I just have concerns that it's going to have too much of Divinity's focus on like AoE stuff and environmental
like, are you
interactions.
standing in acid right now?
Yeah.
There was definitely a bit of that. There's also like what feels stupidly overpowered at this point, but maybe that's just because we're low level and so people are super squishy. But like pushing people off of things is so stupidly powerful. But it's also kind of hilarious. So like it's also there was like there was an item that I picked up which is like just when in the tutorial area, just like fully just playing around with this sort of game. I was like, oh, I can pick up this thing which is as tall as me and put it in my pocket. Yeah, I'll do that. And then hours and hours and hours later, we got into a fight where we were being overwhelmed and everyone died or was down except for me. I was the last one up and I'm playing a squishy rogue, but I'm like in the corner up on a ledge, like sniping people. So I've got the high ground and the main boss lady is like starting to move towards me. And I'm like, okay, I know that I can't kill her with my bow. I've got no spells or anything. Let me just have a look in my inventory, see what I can do. And I went, this thing I picked up in the tutorial, which is as big as me, it says it's volatile liquid. So I just like right-clicked throwed and it exploded and took her down to no health instantly. And I was like, that's fucking stupid and hilarious and I love it. And I saved the day. We won the fight because I happened to have picked up some stupid thing and messed around with it. So
yeah, it allows for a bunch of creative freedom, I think, but also one of those things where I've yet to encounter a D&D based game that made it not feel
Copy.
the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. So I'm hoping that Larian or the studio behind Celeste gets it right.
What are you looking for? Sorry?
A D&D based video game that doesn't feel like it's cheapened by D&D mechanics. So like the whole Morrowind thing where you have to go through and you swing and you have a chance to miss because your weapon isn't leveled, or rather your stat in that weapon isn't left, sort of thing. And it doesn't translate very well to video game to me.
I mean, I don't know
You
how
guys
you
try
feel
something
about
for
this
me?
one. Like, if you're looking
What's
for
that?
it to be obfuscated, then you'll be disappointed. But if you're just looking, like, the way Salasa does it is literally like, this is D&D 5e, but a video game. But
Same with
to
all
me,
the games.
but
Charge
to
your
me,
shields,
the
wait
way
for them
it
to get
does
to
that
max something, go for your lasers.
Yeah,
Two ready for battle.
that's standard.
One standing
But
by.
to me,
Or
the
at
way
least
it
it is
does
for
that
me.
is really good.
Empire's making a push against the Najiri dockyard.
But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, I don't know about Celesta, but Baldur's Gate 3 is
I'm going down the
turn-based,
middle.
and
I'm with
it
you,
is
Linux.
it rolls a virtual dice.
Going for
so-
that guy. No, that guy. He's going away. This guy in front of us, the bomber.
All right,
Markham.
got an assist for you, buddy. Oh,
All right. That one.
Blow that up. Attack that. Light him up.
What was that guy doing?
He tried to
they're all
kamikaze
pretty
me.
new like us, so like this might actually be something.
Like us, he says, and we've got Lennox on our team.
Okay, but they also, I think, had a guy that was not.
They have a single good guy.
Well, that guy evaded me.
Let's get some fire on that.
Oh God.
Hit it.
Damn. I think I just evaded a guy somehow.
Enemies locked on.
Got a lock on me.
Yep, they fired a missile at me.
I'm going after one of these guys.
Attack
That boy.
Oh, my entire game just froze.
Me
That was
too
scary.
for a
Your
second.
channel timed
Yeah, I thought I was about to crash. You know, in game.
I think it might have been.
Oh,
Oh, we
that
lost
one.
Snake.
Oh,
And apparently Snake's chat is having buffering, so I think Snake's having internet issues.
oh,
Oh
great.
no.
And my game's encoding is overloaded.
They got a lock. Close? Not close enough.
Who is targeting me? And also, stop. Oh God.
I see you have a few friends, Kevin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, quite a few friends. Let me help you out.
Oh Jesus!
Oh God!
Smashes into me. Let me help you out.
I wanted a straight line. I don't know what you were doing.
Sorry. Okay, let me go into the options. I'm gonna turn my video settings down a little bit, guys. See if I can.
This fucking guy. Thank you. I was trying to like kill a guy for
Right.
what felt like 10 years.
Can I please do a thing?
How you guys doing?
I just crashed as you asked that.
Oh.
Just like scraped my bottom of my ship against a part of the station.
All right.
Ah, I wasn't worried.
Enemy's locking onto me.
Missile incoming. Not good. Let's get some fire on that.
Take out the Hamburglar. Oh God. Thanks, Lennox.
Mm-hmm. Let's get that penguin kid.
That target.
Sure.
No, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
God, I thought that was a TIE fighter making a noise.
No, that's me, like desperately trying to stay alive.
I got it.
On the game.
Got him,
Nice
Lennox.
shot. I see PB being is in trouble. Got him
Oh,
off.
I'm in so
Oh,
much trouble.
oh.
I've got 3 health.
God, I've got 5 health.
I also don't know how to get back to the map because I'm completely lost. I'm like on the very edge of it. There we go. Where is resupply? Give me resupply, please.
It's still not working? All right,
we
I'll
go.
do a frame rate limiter. This is like a soft raid. Oh, it's back. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna fly away for a moment because I need to.
I'm still alive. I'm back up to 69 health. Nice.
That's not the way, pilot.
Is there a frame rate limiter? Let's try that. There's VSync. I could give that a go. Let's see if that helped. I got VSync on.
Please some help.
Blow that up.
I'm in their sights.
Oh! Took each
Oh,
other
never
out.
mind.
Hey,
I got
Snatty.
this glitch where it's reading me automatically. I don't like it. What's
Wow.
not a glitch?
Someone kamikazed me. That was my first death. Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks that it was someone just flying straight into me.
Okay. Go to options, video, screen settings.
How you doing, Ben?
Trying to refresh my. Hold on. Hello, soft raiders. There's still a little bit of nonsense happening, but. Hey, Rock. I'll see you in a bit. Is it still doing it? It still says encoding overloaded. What the hell is happening? Who's having trouble with J-Dog? J-Dog is on someone. I got you, buddy.
You got Penguin Kin PEB?
Yeah, I'm working on him.
Nice.
I got Julolius or something.
I did get killed. Someone got a missile on me.
Enemies locked onto me.
Keep this up and victory is yours, Vanguard.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm in
Got
their
tail.
Yeah.
Shae.
Oh, yeah.
One from.
God, please do.
He's backing off. I got tail too.
Me and this guy are just dancing at this point. We're not even getting shots off on each other because we're just staying out of each other's vision.
This Julolius guy really wants me.
Oh, I wish I was like recording just then. That was fucking stupid. Me and this guy have been just like dancing around each other, not getting hits on each other because we've been just out of each other's field of view. And then like suddenly I turn around and we're like face to face touching each other's windscreens.
Wonderful.
It
I
literally
killed
made
him.
me have an audible gasp as I like went, "You're right there."
Down in history.
Thanks, Dambo.
Dambo wasn't even the one who replaced Snake earlier. Some
No.
other guy quit. Jambo replaced him.
Encoding overloaded again. Let me see if there's like a Squadrons problem.
What are you having trouble with?
My stream's chugging.
Oof.
Yeah.
It was like choppy for the viewers.
Yeah, it's choppy for people, and I don't know. I've been trying to do things to it, but
I guess let's try to get Snake back.
User joined your channel.
Welcome back. Every time we play this game, we seem to have a lot of technical difficulties.
The power went out because our wiring is stupid, and apparently Zeppelin can't have a space heater up in the bathroom because it'll take out the power.
the
And
whole
it's-
grid.
Yeah,
She
that's in my
says,
house.
Yeah,
Ugh.
she says she's sorry, but it's also not her fault.
Yeah, that's really not her fault.
Give me just a second. I don't know if you are still in the thing or not.
We're
Yeah,
not
I
in the game
sent you an
currently.
invite.
I'm also trying to fix things. Rock. So, Snake, I'm also having problems with, like, you know, encoding lag and everything like that. And
Yeah.
when you completely went offline, did you see Rock?
Go check out Shae's stream, which currently has objectively more frames than Snake's.
Even though it was still dog shit, technically it did have more frames than yours. What an asshole.
So I just realized I'm glad I haven't wasted any money on like decals or anything for my ship because my fucking like Dagobah like moss look completely obscures all of them. Like you cannot see that you've got one on.
Hey, you'll know they're there.
Okay, so doing the VSync thing didn't seem to actually sync it or do anything, so now I'm doing this NVIDIA fix that Leo showed me. Literally setting it from the NVIDIA control panel manually for the game. So hopefully... Do I have to restart the game for this to take effect?
Probably.
All right, maybe I'll just do that. Give me one moment.
Let me know you guys are good for me to shoot you invites.
What do you got your bitrate at, Snake? Just out of curiosity, because you do 1080
6K.
60, right?
Yeah.
And so you're at 6K.
The bitrate is based entirely on your internet. It's not really a hardware
Right, except
thing.
yeah, except you wouldn't push like 20K, 20,000 to like 720 though.
No.
I was just wondering for like, because I had heard like, so like 720 you'd want to do about 4,500. Well, even if you're not partner, I might want to do 4,500. Is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
Just because then some people might not get coding options all the time.
Mm.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that.
So more dogfighting. You want to give Fleet Battle another shot?
Give it another shot. Give me 1 sec though. I'm gonna restart my stream. Sorry, folks. I'm just gonna do that real quick too.
Standing by.
Yeah, it might be fun to have Shae actually able to fight for an entire